Welcome to online Vedic maths classes. So let's get to our topic for today, which is when a multiplier has less number of nines as compared to digits of multiplicand, how do we multiply? Okay, so we saw multiplication of a number with equal number of nines, and this is multiplication of a number with less number of nines. Okay, so multiplicand is the number that you are multiplying with, and multiplier is 999 here in this concept. Okay, so let's look at the question. 3874 is the multiplicand. We are multiplying it with less number of nines, which is triple nine. So it can be double nine also, it can be single nine also. So when it is less number of nines, how do we solve it is what we are going to understand in today's session. Okay, so let's gear up for the concept. Let's go ahead. So let me write down the question for you. So it is 3874 into triple nine. Okay, so when it comes to this question, right, there is just one step different compared to equal number of nines concept. Okay, so when you are given a question like this, first what you have to do is match the numbers. Match as in just compare. 9 has this 4, 9 has this 7, this 9 has this 8. Okay, now these are the extra digits in the multiplicand, so just put a line here, and whatever you have after this comparison, right, that is your extra digit. Okay, so write it down somewhere, extra. So in this question, extra is 3. In some other question, let's say question, there is some other number, so that number also you have to write here, and that will be your extra number. Okay, clear? So this extra is 3. All right, next what we have to do is simply get the predecessor or ekan nyunena concept. So for that we just have to subtract 1 from this number. 3874 minus 1, so that will be 3873. Okay, so this is not your part 1 of the answer. Fine, so we are still doing the part 1 of the answer, where first we did ekan nyunena concept or predecessor, where we just subtracted 1, okay, from the multiplicand and got this answer. So to this number, whatever we got, 3873, we need to subtract the extra number. So minus extra we have to do. Then the answer that we get will be the final answer. So which is nothing but 3873 minus 3, which is 3870. So this is our part 1 of the answer. Let's write it here, 3870. Okay, for part 2 of the answer, this one we already know, we applied nikhilam navatas charamam dashatah, right? The same concept. So just write 10 on top of the last digit, 9 on top of the remaining digits, and subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6. Very good. So write 6 here. 9 minus 7 is 2. So write 2 here. Then 9 minus 8 is 1. So write 1 here. So this entire thing will be our answer. So this is part 1 and this is part 2. So the whole is the answer. Okay, I hope it is very clear for you now. So for part 1, we have to get the predecessor or apply ekan nyunena concept, where you will just subtract 1 from the multiplicand, this number. Okay, and from that answer that you get here, you will subtract the extra. We got it by just matching the number of nines, and the remaining part, this one extra, we will subtract from the predecessor. That will be your part 1 of the answer. Okay, then for part 2, we have applied nikhilam navatascharamam dashatah concept. Okay, nikhilam navatascharamam dashatah concept. Okay, all right, and that will be your final answer. So the more you practice, the quicker you will get to the answer by applying this technique. All right, so I hope you understood the concept. If you understood it, please type understood in the comments so that I will know. All right, so keep practicing until we meet in the next session. I would recommend you to do few sums before we get to our practice session, so that you know where you are facing difficulty, and any doubts that you have will be clarified easily during the practice session. Okay, so until we meet in the next session, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.